Green Dirt Farm, for those of you who aren't familiar with us, we're a grass-based sheep dairy located in northwestern Missouri. So we make about 8 different styles of cheese, like I mentioned before. The Prairie Tomme, we have our signature sheep stamp on it. It's a 4 to 4.5 pound wheel. So just a really nice size. We're able to age these quite long because of the quality of the milk that goes into them. And we've had some that have aged and maintained their flavor through about 2 years of age. But typically we age them for 2 to 4 months before starting to sell them. And this is the picture before is how it looks when it first goes into the cave. This is how it looks when it's ready to be wrapped. We similar to Pashkisur and Manchego and some of the other Alpine style cheeses, we continually wash the rind on this cheese just until before it's ready to be packaged. And so it develops that beautiful orange rind on the outside of it. And this particular batch, it was very classic sort of Manchego flavor, I think. With that caramel, nutty flavor that's so characteristic of sheep milk cheeses. What do you think, Michael? This, I think, goes really beautifully with the Veneto.
I was pouring my beer when you were saying that. So, yeah, Manchego sheep's milk, but the Croatian version of this is really what I more associate this with, because the Manchego, that has that zigzag pattern of the rind on it, where this has that beautiful, slightly earthy rind on that. This is just a beautiful cheese. And, on my piece, you might be able to see this, but you can see some of the oil, the butterfat on how rich this is, that this is really an amazing, rich piece of cheese. Mm. So on the pairing board, what direction would you go here?
I would go with the Veneto, the Salume. I think.
Well, I've been waiting for you to say that. Mm. I can see why you put these two together.
Mm-hmm. Mm. I really love the spicing on that Salume. Mm-hmm. The favorite of all of the Salume Beddu sausages.
When you're working with salamis, they have a tendency to, you either get the hard ones that you have to chew off pieces from, or the intensity of the flavors are just too rich. This has got a nice balance. There's a lot of flavor in this. There's black pepper, there's garlic in here. There's just a lot, but it's just so well made, and it's also soft. So it really is, it goes in. And then the cheese has enough power to come out and be part of it. And I think that again, the sheep's milk that comes out, that sweet cream flavor, really accents that. And again, I'm getting that beautiful nutmeg coming out of there. And just really nice. I'm pairing this up. You suggested on their website that it would go really well with a wheat beer. And, here in Florida, we have a beach blonde. So I'm going with the Three Daughters Beach Blonde because, again, I don't want any hops in here. And that's where I thought you were going, was not hops and yes, just a little bit of more grain.
Yes, absolutely. Kind of a little maltiness, maybe.
Mm-hmm. So it's light, doesn't have any other flavors that really interfere, more of a cleanser. And, it really brings in the beautiful flavors of, on this cheese's rind. So this is a natural rind. Can you explain that a little bit more about what a natural rind is?
Sure. A natural rind in my lexicon means that we have not covered the rind up, we haven't cryovac it, we haven't put a wax coating on it, we haven't done anything to prevent the rind from growing in naturally. And we do that with both the Prairie Tomme and the Ozark rinds. But with the Prairie Tomme, we wash it more. We give it more washings throughout its life cycle in order to encourage that the Brevibacterium to grow in, and that microbiome that we associate with washed rind cheeses. So you get that beautiful orange color on that cheese, and then on the rind of that cheese, and then on our Ozark, we typically let it go completely natural. We don't, after we've washed it a couple times in the early part of its aging, we just let it grow a nice little fuzzy coat on the outside. And that when we allow that to happen, what happens is that we get a thicker rind that protects the interior of the cheese a lot more. Some cheesemakers will actually put, if you've heard of bandaged wrap cheddars, put a cloth coating on the outside and then cover that coating sometimes with lard to help protect the cheese from any extraneous mold growth. But the way that our rinds grow in, the cheese itself forms its own natural barrier to protect the cheese on the interior of the cheese. And when we have a hard enough cheese, like one of these hard, low moisture cheeses like we have with the Ozark and Prairie Tomme, we can age them almost indefinitely once we get that rind on the outside.
Anything else you want to say about the Tome?
No. Well, it won a Good Food Award in 2019. We were very proud of that, and it has won a few ribbons at American Cheese Society. So we're very proud of that cheese. I'm so glad that I got a chance to tell you about our farm and our cheeses. Thank you for inviting me, Michael.
Thank you so much for taking the time today. Thank you for the cheeses and the spreads. They're magnificent. And, this will be posted up on my YouTube channel, and it'll be up here in the next couple of days. And once everything's back in stock, you can taste along with us. So
Okay,
thank you for joining us. And Sarah, thank you so much for today.
I appreciate it, Michael. Take care.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.